What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? This is your man Deveron D. Dennis, and we are back for another week. Hopefully you all enjoyed last week's episode. Everybody that I've talked to said they enjoyed it. I haven't looked at the SoundCloud numbers because low numbers frighten me, so I'm just not gonna look at that. I'm just gonna keep on doing my thing. Let my producer do what she does with the numbers and shit like that. All right. So this week, man, what do we want to get into? Well, as always, I like to be transparent with y'all, so I'm gonna start with. This week I'm meeting my girl's parents. It's a frightening thing, you could say. And the only reason why I say it's frightening is because of who I am. Like, I'm not the type of nigga to be quote unquote politically correct around anybody. So I don't really know how to act around people's parents now because I've been doing stand up for like 6 years. So I'm like, all my opinions and shit like that just come to the forefront. Like, I don't really subscribe to a religion or nothing like that. And they seem like religious people. Like, it's just shit like that I'm afraid of dealing with. That I'm just like, how do we play this? I don't really know how to do any of this. It's rough, but I'm gonna try to get through it. Like, let's see. Met a mother, stepfather, her little sister, and her little brother yesterday. I was just up against the wall, just letting them. I was watching them do them so I can feel like, okay, how do you assess this right here? How do we get into this? How do we want to game plan this? So tonight I got to go to dinner with them, and I guess I'm going to have to be a little bit more of myself and whatnot. So y'all pray for me. I just wanted y'all to go ahead and just, even though by the time y'all hear this, that's going to be over with, but I'm still going to need your thoughts and prayers because shit might get real. I don't really know how real shit might get. And I don't know what type of real shit might get, but again, I'm a little bit afraid of this. So, let's dive into it. This week, I don't have a multitude of topics. I don't have a guest this week. Just gonna be sitting down by myself. We're just gonna discuss the hottest thing that happened over the weekend: the cultural appropriator by the name of Bruno Mars. All right. If you don't know why I said that, we're gonna play the clip. Let y'all hear everything that happened, then we can discuss everything.
The reason why I fucking hate Bruno Mars is because, like, yes, Bruno Mars 100% is a cultural appropriator. He is racially ambiguous. He is not black at all, and he plays up his racial ambiguity to be able to do what Jameer says, cross genres and go into different places. And you guys are bringing up Michael Jackson. Number one, me personally, like, I don't even think that Michael Jackson now in this day and age would be able to get to the point that he got to previously.
Facts.
And a huge part of that is because people have realized that they prefer their black music and their black culture from a non-black face. Absolutely. And in a lot of different ways, we have artists now that are much more willing to step into quote-unquote black genres that were not willing to do it when, like, they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to be in black music. Black music was seen a certain type of way. We've reached a point now where hip-hop recently surpassed rock and roll as the most listened to genre in the United States. Black American culture has reached a certain point in this time period. And I also want to say that Bruno Mars is not an original artist in the same way that Michael Jackson was an original artist, in the same way that Prince was an original artist. What Bruno Mars does is he takes pre-existing work and he just completely word for word recreates it, extrapolates it. He does not change it. He does not improve upon it. He does not make it better. He's a karaoke singer. He's a wedding singer. He's the person you hire to do Michael Jackson and Prince covers. Yet Bruno Mars has an Album of the Year Grammy and Prince never won an Album of the Year Grammy. So how you gonna say?
Wow.
So how you gonna say people that are originators in the funk genre, that are originators in the R&B, the New Jack Swing? Bobby Brown and New Edition don't have no Album of the Year Grammy. Bruno Mars got that Grammy because white people love him because he's not black, period. The issue is we want our black culture from non-black bodies. And Bruno Mars is like, I'll give it to you.
Okay, cool. Now, I'm quite sure y'all have heard everything, so let's just get into what was said, all right? So, Shawty say that Bruno Mars is a cultural appropriator. This is from not a podcast, by a YouTube show by the name of The Grapevine. They sit down, do something similar to what I do. It's a great episode. Y'all should go check it out. Like, they talk about a lot of shit. Bruno Mars wasn't the only thing that they talked about. Like, they talk about a lot of interesting shit. But the clip that went viral was Bruno Mars, so I guess it's the day provided me with a topic to talk about this week. So let's talk about it. Is Bruno Mars a cultural appropriator? I think that's the dumbest shit I've heard in a long time. Here's why I think it's dumb to say that he's a cultural appropriator. One, hold on, let me preface this by saying she does make good points about him being racially ambiguous, shit like that, and how that plays a factor into why people like him so much. That is true, but her starting point was that he's absolutely 100% a cultural appropriator, and that is absolutely 100% false. He's not a cultural appropriator. Here's why I say he's not a cultural appropriator. The reason why I say Bruno Mars isn't a cultural appropriator is, let's start with one, he consistently gives props to our culture. All right, the man can't help what was made cool. Like, we can't help that black people control the cool, and he, as a kid, gravitated towards the cool. Okay, he said how he grew up on doo-wop, R&B, funk, jazz. Like, he's talked about this religiously, like how he loved Babyface, Prince, Michael Jackson, Jay-Z, like, he said all of the things that he has loved growing up as a kid. Elvis Presley was another, but Elvis Presley ain't black, so I ain't want to just throw his name out there. But just to show that the brother has grown, he just gravitated to whatever was good, he fucked with it. And as we remember, a couple weeks ago, Quincy Jones had an article out where he said that, as an artist, you have to be able to go back and look at everything. The best of everything that has come before you, you have to go back, look at it, and take from that. That's just what you're supposed to do. And coincidentally, Bruno Mars is one of the people that he gave props to in the article. He was like, Bruno Mars is one of the few people, I forgot who else he said, but I do remember him saying Bruno Mars is one of the few people out here that is doing it correctly. So there's that. Like, she unfairly compared him to Michael Jackson. Real quick, let's talk about what she said about Michael Jackson. She said that she didn't think that Michael Jackson could have made it in this day and age. What the fuck is you smoking, Shawty? Like, what? Like, in this day and age, Michael Jackson here's the thing about talent, right? You can't stop talent. That's just not gonna. Michael Jackson was so immensely talented that he made it through. No, I don't want to say any one of the racist times, because the people prior to him made it through in one of the racist times. But he made it through in a difficult era of music where he had to campaign to get his stuff on television. You are right. They had to campaign to get his stuff played on MTV. However, this is the same person that has the most albums sold ever. This man is the only person on the planet that didn't sold 100 million albums of anything. Sold it. I'm not talking about streaming. I'm talking about people had to get up out of their bed, go to the store, buy the album. Only person on the planet to ever do that, right? So to say that Michael Jackson couldn't make it in this day, that's just what's your logic behind that? Like, Michael Jackson is immensely. That's like saying that. That's like when people say Beyonce wouldn't be Beyonce if Aaliyah was alive today. Like, what? You're not gonna stop Beyonce from being Beyonce. That's just what it is. Like, you're not gonna stop that. That's dumb to say. Okay, shit. Hold on. Technical difficulty. Boom. All right, cool. So yeah, like I was saying, that's just dumb. That's just dumb to say. So I just can't let you just get up and say some shit like that. That's some crazy shit to say, that Beyonce wouldn't be Beyonce if Aaliyah was here, or that Michael Jackson wouldn't be as big as he was today. Like, what are you talking about? That's crazy. So let's move on to the next point. She brought up how Prince hadn't won Grammy of the Year, not Grammy of the Year, Album of the Year before at the Grammys. I'm sorry, and Bruno has. Okay, one, Prince was only nominated for that award twice. He lost to Lionel Richie, black person, and he lost to U2. And the album he lost to with Lionel Richie was the Can't Slow Down. I think that's the name of the album. Is it Can't Wait? Can't Slow? It's one of them. Phenomenal album. I just can't think of the name right now, because whatever. And she lost to U2. I don't really fuck with U2, but allegedly they're a great band. I wouldn't know. I don't really fuck with this shit. But my point is, like, I don't understand how can you come so hard at Bruno Mars when you have people that are actually out here appropriating and profiting off of the culture. Remember when Miley Cyrus came through with her Bangum shit? Bitch, I ain't gonna front that in the club. That shit was hard. It was hard. I can't help it that the shit was hard. But you know she was culturally appropriating. She needed somebody to make her shit hot. This is exactly what she did. And as soon as she got hot again, she left. Like, who else? What's the girl name? Katy Perry. Same thing. These are people that are culturally appropriating our shit, not giving us credits for it, and moving on. Like, this is it. Bruno has been consistent with, nah, bro, this is my shit. Black people are amazing. I hope that black people get to perform at the Super Bowl next year because they're going to be in Atlanta. Like, Bruno is saying and doing all of the right shit to let us know that he is really down with black people. Another thing, I don't know if he black, but I heard he was like half Puerto Rican or something like that. His people from the Philippines, he like half Puerto Rican and I don't. What's up? Filipino? You Filipino? Okay. I thought he was half Puerto Rican and Filipino. I saw something that said he got some Puerto Rican on him. What I'm saying though, which part of Puerto Rico is he from though? Is he like from like what part? He like, does that count as like Afro Latino? I'm just saying, cause you got the whole. Well, Cardi ain't Puerto Rican, I don't think. But y'all know what I mean by Afro Latino and shit. I don't know if he got the if he part of the Afro Puerto Rican people or not. I don't really know. But I'm just saying, he might not be black, but as long as he ain't saying nigga, I ain't got a problem with him because he might not be black. So I don't get this right here. And there's another thing. You have the kid. That's the little dumbass boy by the name of, I think, Lil Xan, some shit. I don't know who the fuck he is. He was just a dumbass kid that got up on the internet and said that Tupac music was boring. Like, nigga, what? Like, Tupac's music was, here's the thing. I try to let people who didn't grow up in that era, you know, have their opinions about shit. Because again, I don't fuck with you too. I'm not gonna say this shit is boring. I'm just gonna say this shit not for me. But however, I'm not in the same field as you too. You know what I'm saying? I can't look at a Richard Pryor special and go, Richard Pryor was boring. I can say that I get why Richard Pryor was as good as he was. I can say that Richard Pryor was amazing. I can say that he may not be as funny to me because I didn't grow up in that era, and I've seen other people who have copied Richard's style so much that I just can't get the originality that he had because I've already seen it so many. If he would have said something to that effect, we would have been cool. But no, this boy said that the dude was boring. He is a rapper that said Tupac is a boring rapper, and that's why he leveled him a 2 out of a scale of 1 to 10. You fucking kidding me, Tupac? Here's another person, cultural appropriation. There's another person that I want to say is a cultural appropriator. His name is Post Malone, I believe. Yeah, he the white boy that choked out Justin Bieber. Y'all remember that picture that was around? He allegedly choked out Justin Bieber. They said they was playing. I ain't believe it. But it's another person that he was like, yo, bro, if you going through some shit, you don't turn to hip hop. You turn to something else. Hip hop is just this shit for you to get crunk, this, that, and the third. Like, come on, bro. White person, let's move on. No, white person. Here's the reason why. Like, have you not heard Tupac's Changes? Have you not heard Jay-Z's Can I Live? What about Kanye's Roses? A matter of fact, another Kanye song that he did called Ultra Light Beam. Have you not heard any of this? Have you heard of any of Chances the Rapper's happy ass music that he had on that last album? Like, I'm just saying, when you going through shit, you can turn to hip hop. Why are we letting these white people make passes, but we coming at Bruno Mars, the person who has been down who has said religiously that no, black people are the wave, we the move, and I have just been heavily influenced by this shit. Because again, we make the best. When you make the best, people gravitate towards the best. It's just the way that it is. Only thing he's doing is being upfront, honest about it. I don't understand how can y'all say this. Another person who y'all can argue culturally appropriating. What's his name? Justin Timberlake? What you talking about? Yes, Justin Timberlake. I'm not gonna lie. I fucks with Justin. Justin is my dude. His last album, trash. But before that, the Rock Your Body shit, the Future Sex Sounds, all that shit, bangers. I loved it. However, you could say that Justin is, he kind of iffy with it. He's 1 foot in, 1 foot out sometimes. I don't really know where he stand. At one point in his life, he thought he was black. Y'all remember the braids and shit like that? Again, it's a lot that we can play with when it comes to this cultural appropriation thing. But when you come to Bruno Mars, it just doesn't make sense. I need somebody to help me make it make sense. Now, another thing, the reason why I don't like this culture appropriation thing is because not only is Bruno giving credit to like the people that came before him on his albums and shit like that, he has people, black people, on the albums helping him to make this music. So black people are actually getting paid by the product that he's making. You see what I mean? Like, that just doesn't make sense. And people are talking about like Bruno Mars, like this is just, he just came out of the blue. Like, Bruno been here for a while. I've been fucking with Bruno since 2000, I want to say like 9 or something like that. Whenever that Beautiful Girls, like whenever that shit came out, that's when I started fucking with Bruno. And before that, it would have been very hard to have this cultural appropriation topic because His music was a wide variety of different shit. He was the dude that wrote the Grenade song. He wrote the Just the Way You Are song, the Lazy song. Today I don't feel like that was him. He did that. He got another song that was what it's called, Marry You. Then after that, the next album came was called Unorthodox Jukebox. Again, a variety. He had reggae, pop, doo-wop, R&B, little bit of funk. This album here was just funkified. The last album he did where he won the Grammy. It was just funkified. It just had a whole bunch of funk on it, and I guess this would make people just not feel the way. Here's another thing. None of our artists are making this music besides Childish Gambino. I ain't really like his album that much. It wasn't as fun as Bruno's was. I'm not gonna say it was a nice album. I didn't enjoy it. My girl likes the shit. I ain't really like it that much. But Childish, Atlanta is dope. All right, I'm just saying. But still, he makes the music that I want to hear. Like, there aren't any other artists that can be like, besides Childish, that has made an album that's similar to the one that he just dropped that I know about. If y'all know any, please tweet me the albums, because again, I love that funk shit. That's what I listen to all the time on my title. Support black business. So please just tweet them to me at JUSTCALLM3D. Tweet me these albums, because I need to know what albums are y'all talking about that black people are making that sounds like this that I haven't heard. Because I understand that Bruno does have the white machine behind him. He getting all the promo, he got all the dollars behind him and shit like that. So he's probably going to be pushed to the forefront when it comes to this type of shit, and the people that don't have it won't be. So again, tweet me the albums if y'all know any albums that I haven't heard of that sounds similar to this besides Childish shit. Because again, Redbone was dope, but I ain't really like that album that much. There's another thing. Okay, I've talked about Bruno for a while, and I can barely breathe because, again, Bruno slick my baby. I ain't gay no shit like that, but I don't tolerate no Bruno Mars slander. I just won't have it. Not gonna have it. So I'm gonna try to move forward to another conversation. Somewhere in a similar realm, there's this, what's the word I'm looking for? People are hating on Tiffany Haddish because she's quote unquote too black, too ratchet, too. And I don't like that, because Tiffany Haddish, Cardi B are the people that we secretly love. Like, we love them when they at the house doing all that shit. Whenever they get in public, they're like, no shot in front of them white people. I can't stand that shit. Yo, get out, do you, be you. I don't understand how can y'all praise this person 1 minute and then go, nah, she need to chill coming out to the Oscars, taking her shoes out, walking like, you need to have some class. Like, what are you talking about? Tiffany being Tiffany is the reason why she's there at the Oscars. People love this about Tiffany. Same with Cardi B. Again, Cardi, she not my flavor, but I love her energy. Like, I don't listen to her music like talking about her shit like that, but I love her flavor. I love her style. I love her energy. She's just a very enjoyable person to look at. I love to see them type of people win, because again, for the longest, we only enjoyed them in private. Any other time, you be trying to quiet them down, like, don't act like that, you gotta act like this. You try to force them to assimilate to another type of style, which is, I ain't gonna lie to you, it sounds like a self-hate to me. Like, when you tell people to do that type of shit, you want to assimilate to what they tell you to be like in order for you to win, which I just think is dumb. I love the fact that Cardi B, Tiffany Haddish is out here. They are shining. They doing they shit, and it's important for people to get to see that, you know what, these type of people can win. These type of people can draw money. These type of people can draw attention. They can draw crowds. They can draw all of these things. I just think that it's important that we get to see this other side of black people, because we don't see this. I don't remember the last time I seen Tiffany Haddish, somebody like Tiffany Haddish, up on stage doing her thing. Cardi B, like. Watch Cardi B's acceptance speech for the American Music Awards. Shit is ratchet, and I love ratchet shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, I love ratchet shit. But that's a story for another day. Sorry about that. I said the American Music Awards, and it was the iHeart Music Awards, right? Okay, cool. That was the award show that Cardi B was at last night. Check that acceptance speech out. It's a dope shit. Now, before we get up out of here, I got one more thing that I want to talk about, and it's because my producer sent it to me, and it's something that it touched me a little bit, just a little. It's about bullying and parenting. The reason why I say that is because I have a 5-year-old son. So I'm a parent. I mean, I don't know. Like, I see these kids, like, they killing themselves behind bullies and shit like that, and it's a weird phenomenon to me. One, because I wasn't bullied as a kid. Like, I know looking at me, you would think that I was bullied, but I wasn't. Like, I was the kid that cracked jokes. You're not gonna beat up on a kid that crack jokes all the time. He the one that make you laugh. He gonna be good. So I've never experienced it like that. And she sent me a video of these two kids. They had to apologize for bullying a girl, right? And what their parents made them do is the parents of the kids that was bullying the girl made them apologize, and they gave her like balloons and shit like that. And I'm laughing because like I don't know how y'all was brought up, like, but when I was little, like when me and my brother would fight, my grandma would make us hug and kiss each other and be like, "I love you." Like that's it just reminded me of that shit right there. But to get back to the point about bullying and shit like that, it's a tricky topic to discuss on. Like I don't know what type of bullying are we talking about, because there's some shit that I just think people should have to toughen up about, like cyberbullying. I don't really get cyberbullying. I know it's real. I've read stories where people have killed themselves behind, so I just don't get it. Because cyberbullying you can get away from. Like I've seen kids get their ass beat for like the dumbest shit, like not having money, to being like super small, for being awkward looking, like whatever, like that type of shit. That I don't think that anybody should bully anybody, but at the same time, that's an unfortunate way of life. Like that's just a thing that happens in life. Bullies exist, and I don't really know what to tell you to do with bullies. I really don't. This is what I've told my son. If you found yourself dealing with a bully, I recommend you do these things in this order. 1, snitch. Fuck it, snitch first. After you snitch, bully will continue to mess with you. Try to talk some shit. That's what your daddy did. Talk some shit. I made some jokes. I was good. Bully left me the fuck alone. Cause I was gonna talk about you. I was gonna pick on you, the popcorn read, when I know you couldn't read. You were gonna get that shit from me if you tried to fuck. Everybody knew this, therefore I wasn't bullied, okay? Do that. Thirdly, teach your kids to fight, bro. Because bullies exist. I don't live in this fictional world where, oh, stop the bullies. Like, kids don't listen to you when you tell them to pick up toys. Like, there's just, kids don't listen. So teach your kids to fight, bro. I really don't know what else to tell y'all about this. Teach your kids to fight, and teach your kids that, yo, what them bullies are saying, and reinforce positive shit into your kids' heads. Keep them, whatever the bully may be able to say about them, make sure that you have some positive shit to fight that negative shit that the bully is coming with, all right? So, I'm gonna call it a wrap on this week. What we got, about get 23, 24 minutes? 22. We hit 22 minutes, all right? So, I'm gonna call it a wrap this week. It's a good episode. Again, every week I tell y'all to do this because, again, I am interested in whatever the fuck y'all are doing. So, if you are reading the book, watching the TV show, I just watched Master of None and Nigga. That shit is hilarious. Man, that is a funny fucking TV show. You're watching TV, you got a movie that you think is dope. I'm about to go see, was it that Oprah movie, A Wrinkle in Time? I'm about to go see that, support black business. I heard it was trash, but I gotta go see it anyway because my girl making me go. Listen, don't look at me like that. I heard it was like, I'm sick. Look at it. One, I'm lit. No, that's because niggas went out to go see it. But I'm telling you, I heard it was trash. Let me tell you what I read. One, on Rotten Tomatoes, it got like a 40-something on one side, and then the audience is like, it's 28%. Like, they saying it's true. And on top of that, I read a review from a homeboy on Facebook. He was like, yo, dog, I ain't gonna lie to you. I went to go see the movie, support black business, but that shit was boring. I'm telling you what I was told. However, I don't want to believe it, but I'm telling you that I heard that this movie was trash. However, go see it anyway, okay? Just like we pretend that Baby Boy was a good movie, we're gonna pretend that A Wrinkle in Time was a good movie. If you in 2018 and you think Baby Boy is still a good movie, something is wrong with you. That movie is absolute trash, all right? So, again, if you're reading the book, watching the TV show, watching the movie, you found something funny on YouTube, found a dope quote, whatever, tag me in it. Follow me on all social media platforms. On all social media platforms at Just Call Me D. That's JUSTCALLM3D. Now, yo, no matter what you do, be true to you. We up out of here. Peace.